Alright guys, so let's move on to another tool. So we have ellipse tool, and the ellipse itself, we have three different types of ellipse. So one is centered, the other one is axis end, and the third one is elliptical arc. So for the ellipse we have, you can see the cue card, it says center, then first axis, then second axis. So let's go for it. Select the center, move on left or right, or maybe up or down. So let's say if I go right, select my first axis, then we can go up or down to select our second axis, right? Very easy. Let's move on to the second one, which says we have to define the create an ellipse or an elliptical arc. The first 2 points of the ellipse determine the location of the length of the axis. So the first 2 points that we will draw will be the length of the axis, right? So let's go for it. So let's say this is my first point, this is my second point, so that obviously going to be my length of the first axis, first length, and then we can go up and down to define the second length of the axis, right? Let's go for elliptical arc. What it says is, let's go for the cue card. So the first 2 points, the are determine the location of the arc and the length of the first axis. Okay, the first 2 points, first and second point will be the length, location and length of the first axis. The third point determines the distance between the center of the ellipse arc and the end point axis. Fourth and fifth point are the start and end of the axis. Okay, so let's go for it. Let's select it. First and second point to determine the arc length. Then we can go for third point, let's say over here, and fourth point over here, and where we fourth point is basically the starting of the ellipse, and we can fifth times to end the ellipse with an arc. Nothing fancy, you can do it very easily. You just have to try 2-3 times, and basically we will be using the center or axis end. So you can try it few more times on your own, so you can understand it easily.